here's an all-too-familiar sight for Syracuse basketball. Ball to the wing, easy three.
By coming back for a fifth season, Emily could move her way up in the SU record books. If she keeps her pace from 2020, she could set the single-season goals record. Heck, if she tried hard enough, she could set the career mark as well. But Emily said there were two key factors that played into her decision to come back, and neither of them had anything to do with records. Now, normally around this time of year, baseball would be blooming into full swing, but with the pandemic, the season still hasn't gotten underway. MLB is building a plan to help the season come quicker, and no, it does not involve the cornfield the Yankees are supposed to play on in August.
And over on the gridiron, Super Bowl Sunday is so close you can almost taste it, but first we had to find out who would be there in Miami. First on tap, it was a battle for the AFC title, and Patrick Mahomes was all fired up. Finalmente, baloncesto de naranja está de vuelta. First game was a tight one, but unlike that one, this one got out of hand pretty quickly, and there's one man you can really thank for that, Raheem Mostert. 36 yards to the house, an early 7-0 lead for San Fran, and that was a theme for most of this game. 220 yards, 4 touchdowns. Nothing was keeping Mostert from getting that Super Bowl money.
Hockey. There's goals. Chippiness. And for 20 years at Skaneateles High School,
that's a good battle. That's good hockey right there.
Mitch Major has been in command of the Lakers program.
Good job, buddy. Good work. Sit down.
But Major has been around Skaneateles hockey much longer than that.
That's my state championship year. That's myself in the front, and this is when we won the states in 1989.
Major was a captain on that championship team. He continued his playing career at SUNY Geneseo. Once he graduated from there, though, the transition to coaching was rather unexpected.
Well, I showed up down at the old rink, just walking around, and a parent came up and said, "Hey, you should help out with the Pee Wee team." And I said, "Sure." He called me a few days later, and he said, "Congratulations, you're the head coach." And I was like, "Wait a second." I said I'd help out.
Despite the shock, Major stuck with it.
Once you gain the red line, don't make that pass right there. Just dump it in, and he'll be first guy in the puck, right? Because he's moving fast, right?
Yeah. He joined the high school staff as an assistant a couple years later. Then, at the turn of the millennium, the opportunity came to take the reins.
It was just a perfect time for me to kind of take over. And did I think it was going to be another 25 plus years after that? I didn't, but I've definitely enjoyed the ride.
Now, Coach Major has a lot to be proud of. Multiple sectional titles and even 300 plus career wins. But more than anything, he's proud of the time he gets to put in to get that team ready to take the ice.
Come on in. Everybody wait for the camera. Just hanging out with the guys. It's the highlight of my day. I want to make it the highlight of their day.
Look at that guy. Man, he's cool.
And no matter what kind of day that I've had, that we leave that at the door, we smile, we get together, and we just have fun and work hard every day.
He may say he doesn't care about the titles, but another Section 3 crown and a little extra hardware never hurt anybody. Brandon Ross, NCC News.
It was crazy going to a walkthrough first thing in the morning, expecting to play later that night, and just having everything taken away from us.
On March 12th, it looked like Emily Hawryschuk's legendary Syracuse career was over. The ACC ended her senior season because of coronavirus just hours ahead of SU's game against Virginia.
Initially, my heart sunk. Initially, I thought it was going to be the last time I was ever going to put my jersey on.
But a few weeks later, a glimmer of hope. The NCAA announced that all spring athletes would get an extra year of eligibility. And once Emily knew that the door was open for a fifth year, she hardly even had to think about it.
It's like a no-brainer. You go and you put your heart and soul into something, and you put it into Syracuse lacrosse for, so long, going back to, 8th grade.
By coming back for a fifth season, Emily could move her way up in the SU record books. If she keeps her pace from 2020, she could set the single-season goals record. Heck, if she tried hard enough, she could set the career mark as well. But Emily said there were two key factors that played into her decision to come back, and neither of them had anything to do with records.
The only thing that was going through my mind was coming back so that I could be with my teammates again for one more year and win a national championship like I promised them that we would. Even though 2020 wasn't the year where we won the national championship, it wasn't the year that, before every game we said we were going to be 2020 national champions. It's exciting to know that, there is a 2021 and we can play for that.
There might be a bit of a wait for that, but at least it's not over. Brandon Ross, NCC News.
but eventually the offense had to get going for the crunch, and that came from Hawryschuk. Gets a chance up in the slot, rockets it home, and it's a 1-0 lead for Syracuse in the second.
Thanks so much, guys. Coming up in...
Thanks, Sonny. Don't take my bit. Staying in Syracuse, the women's soccer team will have to wait a little longer to play Louisville. Tonight's scheduled game was postponed after multiple Cardinals players fell ill. But don't worry, the show will go on. The game will be played at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. The Orange look to come away with a landmark ACC win against the 22nd ranked Cards. SU has not won a conference game since a 1-0 victory over Miami in October 2017. An absolute dart downfield. Sammy Watkins, 60 yards. That's his first touchdown reception since week 1 of the regular season. Mahomes waves his arms to the Arrowhead crowd. Are you not entertained? Chiefs back playing for the Lombardi Trophy for the first time in half a century. And Syracuse men's basketball will see a familiar face running the opposing sideline when the Orange face Niagara on December 28th. Former Syracuse quarterback Greg Paulus has been tabbed as the Purple Eagles interim head coach. This comes after first-year headman Patrick Beilein stepped down earlier today. The Syracuse native spent 4 years playing basketball at Duke before his time in Orange. He has since served as an assistant coach at Ohio State, Louisville, and George Washington. You know, the women's soccer game was actually going to have a promotion where they gave out free pancakes to some of the first people who got through the gate. So I'm a little upset. I was looking forward to maybe going and getting some free pancakes and enjoying some soccer, but I guess not.
Any word if they'll honor that tomorrow morning?
I don't know. I'll have to investigate that.
It would be a better time for it. Now, I have to kind of be the boogeyman here because I'm not the biggest pancake fan.
Are you a waffle man?
Let me just say.
I'm neither.
No.
Neither.
Really?
But
That's
so what
almost
do you
more
like
criminal.
for breakfast?